Woo! What's going on, guys? Orange Forum coming at you guys again today. We got the Packers at the Detroit Lions. We're going to do a little preview. Got the Green Bay Packers coming in, man. NFC North matchup at 9-3 versus our Detroit Lions at 5-7. Huge game, both teams. Packers to stay atop of the division, and Detroit Lions still in the hunt for the playoffs, believe it or not. And they need to pretty much win out. So this is a huge game, and this is the preview. This game's been flexed from 1 o'clock to 4:25. I didn't even know any of this stuff until yesterday. I went on solo live, and One Pride Nation, he told me that this game was flexed. I didn't even know, and then also told me Everson Griffin was out, but we'll get to that in a bit too. But let's go to the injury report. We'll start off with the Packers because they're the visiting team. That's how I do it. And here we go. Offensive lineman Simon Stepniak has a knee issue. He's out for the game. Tight end Jay Sternberger is concussed. He's out for the game as well. Wide receiver Equanimous St. Brown has a knee and a concussion. He's questionable. Full practice on Friday though, so he could be going today, probably going. Then another guy, wide receiver Malik Taylor, got a hamstring. He's questionable. He did not practice on Friday though, so it's probably a game time decision. And then safety Darnell Savage has a groin issue. He's questionable. He was limited practice on Friday, so he'll be game time decision too, or he's going. Not too sure just yet. Now on to the Lions. Bad news all around. Wide receiver Kenny Galladay still hurt with a hip. He's been out for now over a month. Missed all kinds of time. Missed about seven to eight total games. I think he's missed. This is going to be his fourth game in a row. Missed 5, 6, 7. So around 7 or 8 games. Got this hip injury now, so he's been out for over a month. O-lineman Tyrell Crosby, who's filled in pretty nicely at right tackle, has an ankle issue. He's out for the game as well. Cornerback Jeff Okudah with a groin injury. He's out, season ending actually too as well. He's having surgery on that. I touched on that a little bit the other day. They knew about his groin drafting him. He was suffering through it all through his final year at Ohio State. They still drafted him at 3. I'm not mad about the pick still. I'm still trying to hold on to that pick. I'm still trying to justify it. But knowing that he had a groin injury kind of bothers me. But whatever. C.J. Moore, our safety / special team ace, has an ankle injury. He was questionable. Limited practice on Friday. Defensive end Austin Bryant with a thigh issue. Questionable. Limited practice again too as well. Our D-lineman, versatile D-lineman who can play inside, outside. Deshaun Hand with a groin injury. Questionable. Limited practice. Stafford, our quarterback with a thumb. Questionable. Limited practice. You know he's going though because he's one of the toughest SOBs in the NFL. Running back Deandre Swift has had an illness. He's questionable. Full practice on Friday. Should be going. He's cleared of all concussion protocols. This one was an actual illness apparently. So I can see him going today, and we really need him. And then defensive tackle, the rookie out of Utah, John Pedicini with a shoulder injury. I think he's a really good defensive tackle. Questionable, limited practice. So a lot of D linemen, guys are banged up. Bryant, Hand, Pedicini. It's just, where's this depth going to come from? I don't really know, but we'll touch on that later too. And then Everson Griffin on the COVID list. Never tested positive for COVID, I don't think. Just maybe he was in close contact with somebody outside of the team. So he's on the COVID list and he won't be playing. That is humongous for the Detroit Lions because he's the guy that brings energy to that team. He won't even be on the sidelines because he's got to self-isolate. So that really burns. That really hurts the Detroit Lions' chances. Who's stepping up? Who's stepping up right there? And then like I said, Okudah done for the year with the groin surgery. That hurts as well. Now on to the team rankings. We'll start with the Packers too. Again, the Packers offense is phenomenal, guys. It's a great offense led by Aaron Rodgers, the man you love to hate. And here we go. Their yards per game that they put up total 396.6, but puts them at number 2 in the league. They rush for 124.2, what puts them at top 10, number 9. They pass for 272.4 yards a game, what puts them at 5. And then their points, they score 31.6, that puts them at number 1. They have pretty much one of the best offenses in the league, hands down. Their offense is just tough. They're a good team overall. And then their defense, they give up 339.2 total yards a game. It puts them at 11th. They give up 114.6 on the ground, puts them at 14th. They through the air, they give up 224.7. It puts them at 12th. And then they only give up 24.9. That puts them at 15th. So their defense isn't stellar, but it's a good defense. It's solid. It's good enough. It's a really good defense. Not great, but they get the job done. Now on to our guys. Our offense, guys, we put up 356.4 yards a game, puts us at 19th. Our rushing attack is pitiful. We 93.6 yards on the ground, puts us at 28th in the league. We pass for 262.6 yards, puts us at 11th, pretty good. And we only score 23.8, that puts us at 19th. So our offense has struggled all year, pretty much. We don't have a running game. We don't have the playmakers that we really need. Got a couple good players on offense, but we're just missing. We're missing out on a few things, on a few key things. And then our defense, guys, this is where it hurts. We give up 395.6 total yards a game, puts us at 28th. We on the ground, we give up 133.9 yards, puts us at 28th. And we give up through the air 261.7, puts us at 26th. And then we give up 29.8 points per game, that puts us at 31st. So our defense is abysmal. You can't really say too much about it. One of the best offenses versus one of the worst defenses. This is going to be a scary game, guys. It's going to be a scary game. But on to the quarterbacks. You know who we got? Number 9, man out of Georgia, Stafford, the man he's pretty much on an island. Lions fans hate him, love him, don't know what to do with him. But I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I think he's still top 10, even though he's not having that top 10 year. I still think he's one of the best quarterbacks. You know, he's pretty much doing it by himself, man. With a couple little key pieces here and there, Marvin Jones, Hawkinson, you know what I mean, Swift sometimes, but we don't have a running game. We don't have any of that stuff. Versus Aaron Rodgers, who does it all. Doesn't have a lot around him either, though. He's got Devonte Adams, one of the best, probably a top 3 wide receiver in the league for sure. Making Robert Tonyan look good. Their tight end has a really good running game going with Jamal Williams and Aaron Jones. So the check mark's going to Aaron Rodgers. The guy is actually an MVP candidate for sure. Could win it. You never know. He's just having that good of a year. He's just having a solid year. Now on to the running backs, guys. They got Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, and rookie AJ Dillon, who's missed I think he's missed about a month of football. He was on that. I'm pretty sure he was on that COVID list. To our guys, Deandre Swift, Adrian Peterson, Kerryon Johnson, Jason Kabinda, the fullback, and then you might get a little sprinkle of Jonathan Williams going in there. And the Packers just picked up Isaac Nada, who was kind of our slash fullback slash tight end slash H-back, probably for a little bit of intel for the game. So I'm sure he'll get released on Monday. So I'm going to have to give the edge to the Green Bay Packers on this one as well. Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams makes a really nice combination. Both these guys run well. Both of them catch the ball. AJ Dillon's more of the, he's just a rookie that's going to just, he's just going to hammer you for 1 or 2 yards if he even plays. But I like their unit just a little bit better, even though they don't have as deep as a unit as us. We need Swift just to carry us. AP still doing his thing. Don't get me wrong. I love Adrian Peterson, but he's not the AP of old, right? So I'm going to have to give it to Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams over there. The check mark goes right there. Now onto the wide receivers. They have Devonte Adams, like I said, stud, top 3 wide receiver in the league, easy. Alan Lazard, Marquise Valdez-Scantling drops a lot of passes. Equanimus, St. Brown, Malik Taylor, who's been banged up, both those guys, and then Juwan Winfrey, who they kind of called up from the practice squad. Not sure how much playing time he'll get, but they got some banged up wide receivers, so that's why he was called up. Compared to our guys, Marvin Jones Jr., Danny Amendola, Mohamed Sanu Sr., Quintez Cephas, and Jamal Agnew. We all know Galladay is out. Been out for over a month. What else is new? I'm going to have to give the check mark just slightly to the Green Bay Packers, even though Devonte Adams is a stud. I do like our core here, but I'm just giving just a slight check mark to the Green Bay Packers, man. They just got an all-around really good team, really good wide receiving core. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing right there. And then to the tight ends, guys, maybe we'll finally get a check mark here. This is actually a really good matchup between two of the best tight ends in the NFC right now, believe it or not. You know, with George Kittle hurt and guys like Ertz hurt, we have T.J. Hawkinson. They have Robert Tonyan. So they got Robert Tonyan and Mercedes Lewis. Mercedes Lewis is a nice little backup, get you some yards, blocker, you know what I mean? Versus our guy, T.J. Hawkinson, Jesse James, and Hunter Bryant, if he gets any playing time. I still like Hunter Bryant to make some plays. He made some plays this last year in college. He's an undrafted rookie that we picked up that I was kind of high on. So I'm going to have to give the edge to the Detroit Lions here. Hawkinson, I think, is having a better year than Tonyan. Not by much, man, but Tanyan's getting in the end zone. I think he's got like 8 or 9 touchdowns, and Hawkinson's only got 5, but I think Hawkinson just is the better tight end all around. Tanya had one really huge game, actually, where he got like 3 or 4 touchdowns. I think that's why he's got a little bit more touchdowns than Hawkinson, but I'm going to give the edge to T.J. Hawkinson and his tight end unit over there. But like I said, man, this is two of the best in the NFC right now. This is two of the best tight ends in the biz doing their thing. You know what I mean? 2 young guys. So it should be a good matchup. But I'm taking Detroit Lions on that one. Finally get a check mark. Yay. All right. Now on to the O-line, guys. They got left tackle David Bakhtiari, left guard Lucas Patrick, center Elton Jenkins, right guard Billy Turner, right tackle Rick Wagner. Versus our guys, Taylor Decker at left tackle, Jonah Jackson at left guard, center Frank Ragnow. Our right guard situation could be a little bit tricky. I'm sure they're going with Ode Abushi. Stenberg's available too. I don't know if he's dressed. We'll see. And then our right tackle situation is a little bit tricky too. Tyrell Crosby out. Matt Nelson filled in excellent last week. Shut down Khalil Mack. So I'm assuming he's getting the start at right tackle today, or they can go Dan Skipper, but I think it's going to be Matt Nelson. So but I'm going to give the edge to the Green Bay Packers. They've kept Rodgers pretty clean. They pass block exceptionally well. They run block very well. They're just doing really good. It's just a good, solid unit over there. So the check mark goes to the Green Bay Packers. Now on to the defense, guys. We'll start with those guys again. Darius Smith, defensive end. Preston Smith, defensive end. 2 guys that can get to the quarterback that are really good. Then Rashad Gary, the young kid out of Michigan, second-year guy, defensive end. Kenny Clark, they're one of the best defensive tackles in the league. Dean Lowry, defensive tackle. Kingsley Keke, defensive tackle. Tyler Lancaster, another defensive tackle. Anthony Rush, another DT. And then Randy Ramsey, who's kind of a versatile. He can play up, he can play down, play linebacker, play on the line. They got him at rush end. Versus our guys, we're in trouble in our G line. Romeo Aquara, then we got Nick Williams. Then we got Austin Bryant, who's banged up. John Pennicini, banged up. Deshaun Hand, banged up. Then we'll be playing guys like Kevin Strong, Frank Herron. You might even see guys that got called up, like defensive tackle Albert Huggins maybe, or defensive end Kareem Martin are possibilities who can get called up for this game. I haven't read or heard anything about it, but you could possibly see that. It could happen because we got 3 guys that are hurt. I'm pretty sure Bryant's going to be going. Pennicini looks like he's going, and Hand. They all look like they're going, but who knows, man? Game time decision. You know, they'll be testing themselves out on the field before the game. You might see 1 or 2 of these guys get deactivated. And then their depth is horrific. You know what I mean? Their depth is horrific. So you might see guys like Albert Huggins called up and Kareem Martin, like I said. So I don't really know who's going to be going, but their depth is terrible. And they got guys over there. They got really good depth, and they got guys that can get to the quarterback. They don't play the run very well, their D-line, but they can get to the quarterback. But I'm giving that check mark to the Green Bay Packers and that D-line. Now on to the linebackers, guys. They got Christian Kirksey, pretty good linebacker that came from Cleveland. Chris Barnes, Ty Summers, Randy Ramsey, like I said, he's also a D lineman too, but he can play up and down. He's very versatile. And then they got Kamal Martin, the rookie, and then they got Odin Burks. Versus our guys, Jamie Collins Sr., Reggie Ragland, Jelani Tavai, who's played a little bit better the last couple of weeks. I'll give him that. I've been on him all year. Christian Jones, Jared Davis, Miles Killebrew, special teams guy, and then Jalen Reeves-Maven, another special teams guy. Believe it or not, guys, I'm going to give the check mark to the Detroit Lions here. I honestly think we have one of the worst linebacking core in the league. I really do. I like their Christian Kirksey guy over there. I really like him. But I think Jamie Collins is just a tad better. If Kirksey was more healthy, he'd have better numbers than Collins this year. But I almost think they're kind of the same kind of linebacker. Kirksey racks up a lot of tackles. Collins has that potential. I think they're kind of one and the same linebacker, and their linebackers over there after Kirksey, man, nothing to bark home about. There's nothing special. Really, there's nothing special. Not that we have anything really special either. I just think our unit just a tad better. It's not much, but I'm going to give the check mark to the Detroit Lions here in this one. Now on to the DBs, guys, and we'll be done with that. They got Darnell Savage, who's been bagged up, but I think he's going today, safety. Kevin King, cornerback, he's playing today. Adrian Amos, another safety. Jair Alexander, one of the best probably cover corners in the NFL. Will Redmond, another safety. Chandon Sullivan, cornerback. That's the guy that actually picked off Matt Stafford last game, week 2, for an easy walk-in touchdown. Then Vernon Scott, safety. Josh Jackson, cornerback. Then Kadar Holman, another cornerback. Stanford Samuels, the third cornerback. And then Henry Black, another safety. Versus our guys, you know who we got. J-Ron Curtis at safety. Darryl Roberts, corner. Justin Coleman, another corner. Deron Harmon, another safety. Amani Oruwariye, another cornerback, man, who's having a pretty good year. Up and down, but pretty good. Tracy Walker, safety. Will Harris, safety. And then Michael Ford, another cornerback. And then C.J. Moore, safety, special teams guy. And then Bobby Price, who kind of got in last week and probably plays some special teams. He's a safety, undrafted free agent safety that we picked up. And you guys know that we have Okuda out for the year, so that hurts too as well. So, but I'm giving a slight edge to the Green Bay Packers here. They don't have anything great over there. But they got a couple playmakers. Alexander's a really good cover corner. Marvin Jones is in for a tough day, I think, there. Kevin King can be beat. They have some okay safeties, but nothing special. But we don't have anything great either, man. We need guys to step up hard. We need Oruwariye to... I'm assuming Oruwariye is going to be on Devonte Adams. Rest in peace, Amani Oruwariye. You know what I mean? Like I love you as a player, man, but I don't really see you doing well against him. You know what I mean? You're gonna need a lot of help. You're gonna need a lot of safety help over the top. Hopefully, J-Ron Curse is on his game today, and Deron Harmon. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be tough to beat those guys. But that's the matchups, guys. Now on to the how to beat this team. Wing a prayer. I don't know. You know what I mean? Flip a coin to see who wins. Really, guys, this is going to be a tough matchup. You can never really stop Aaron Rodgers, especially when he's on. What you have to do defensively to him, you have to hit him. We've talked about this in the One Pride podcast just the other night. You get in his face, you get in his grill, you get in his ear. You know what I mean? You tell him, man, you just make stuff up to him. You lie to him. You say stuff to his ear, man. You just get him upset. Hit him. tell him things, say whatever you need to do to get his game off. But you have to get in his face. It's like extremely hard to stop him. You can't stop him. It's only a matter of slowing down. So you have to really hit him. You got to get to him. And same with Devonte Adams. You can't really stop him like in the long run. You just have to kind of slow him down. You know what I mean? So it's all about slowing down these guys. And they have two really good running backs as well, Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams. We don't stop the run. We don't stop the pass, really. So it's all about slowing these guys down. Don't really know how you're going to do it. It's just going to be really tough. You're going to need safety help, like I said, with Devonte Adams. And then, you know what I mean? Then you got to worry about guys like Allen Lazard, stuff like that, who could kill you. Because Aaron Rodgers just turns guys into really good football players. And it's not just Aaron Rodgers doing it. Allen Lazard has a say in that as well. But it's just like he makes guys better. You know what I mean? He makes guys a lot better. And if you're shutting one or two guys down, he's just going to go to the third, fourth option. You know what I mean? So, but it's going to be next to impossible to shut down a guy like Devonte Adams. It just is. It just is. So expect big days from Devonte Adams. Probably Robert Tonyan as well, and possibly Allen Lazard. So, and then Aaron Jones, and then you got two really good running backs, man. Even Jamal Williams can start in this league. He could be a starter for an NFL team, which he could be one day. You know what I mean? I don't know the contract situation over there. I know Aaron Jones is a free agent next year, and it'll be interesting to see what happens there because they could go with Williams. You never know. I doubt they will, but you just never know. Now, when we're on offense, the one thing you can do against the Packers is you can kind of run on them. Not that they're bad in the passing game or running game. It's just that you're able to do it a little bit more than you can pass. They're 14th in the league against the run. So if you got to stick with the run game. It's good that Swift is back. And then when you stick with the run game, you're actually keeping Aaron Rodgers off the field. You know what I mean? So you keep him off the field as much as you can with the run game. You keep him off the field, you eat that clock up. You know what I mean? Hit Hawkinson. I know they'll be using a lot of Hawkinson. I know they'll be using a lot of Marvin Jones. This guy's got to come up big. If those guys get locked up, you got to use guys like Quintez Cephas, Jamal Agnew, and you got to use those running backs out on the flats. Short passes. It's like and you know what those short passes are, guys. It's a type of a running game. You know what I mean? If you can't really run the football, so that's what you got to do, man. You got to keep Aaron Rodgers off the field. That's basically what you do. You got to hit him. It's all about Aaron Rodgers, man. It's all about Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling you, they got some great football players on an offense, but Aaron Rodgers is the nucleus of that team. So if you can kind of slow him down a little bit, hit him, get in his face, you know what I mean? I don't know, make up lies to him, tell him something about his girlfriend, say something about him. I don't really know. Just do it. Get in his grill. Don't let him get to you. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's all about Aaron Rodgers. Keep him off the field, hit him, bang him up, and then we need to run the football. Obviously, I don't think we're just not there yet, though, with running the football, even though I love Deandre Swift. It took too long for the Lions to actually figure out that they really think that he's actually the best option running the football. It took him 10, 11 weeks to figure that out. So I think it's not, I'm not going to say it's a little too late for that, but it's just, it kind of is. You know what I mean? So, but we need to run the football more. We need to run the football more. And you have to score a bunch of points, man, because the Packers are going to score 30 plus on you. They're going to score 30 plus on this team. They could possibly even score 40. They could. So we have to keep up with that offense, and that's going to be the tough assignment right there. They literally have the best Packer. The Packers literally have the best scoring offense in the league, and we're one of the worst defensive teams against points against, 31st in the league. That's terrible, man. We're at the bottom of the barrel, man. 32 is the worst, so we're right there. So it's gonna be tough, man. But like for this game, I'm picking the Packers, guys. I have to. I got the Packers winning 37-33. So obviously I got this game in a shootout. I have the Lions covering at least. That's not what people want to hear. This is a must-win game, though. I'm sure they're going to come out fired up at home, even though there's no fans. They're in the hunt. This is the biggest game of the year. They lose this game, I think they're pretty much done. They're pretty much done. You got to keep an eye on some other teams. Got to keep an eye on Arizona. You got to keep an eye on Chicago. You got to keep an eye on Minnesota. We're right behind those teams, like literally right behind those teams. You know what I mean? So it's going to be tough. But those teams have some tough assignments as well this week. So that's what I got, guys. Packers 37, Lions 33. We lose it. We lose a close one, and it's a heartbreaker. So don't forget, guys, thanks for the video, but don't forget to like and subscribe. It's in the bottom right corner. Hit my notification bell, get all my videos, and like and comment. Positive and negative, it's what it's all about. I like the back and forth, man. And go Lions. Let's go. Boom.